Dr. Mavis again. Thanks for tuning in. And I hope that you have subscribed and you have also shared with your community and asked them to subscribe. In this session, I want to talk about habit formation. Habit formation. As you know, that we are what we repeatedly do. We are a product of our habits. If you've heard this, first you make your habits, then your habits make or break you. First you make your habits, then your habits make or break you. You might want to ask yourself a question. What is the habit that is making you right now? What is the habit that is making you right now? Okay. But what is the habit that is actually breaking you? What is the habit that is actually breaking you? So I think when we're living in these times of change and constant change, it's not just the world around us changing. It is also demanding that we change. It is also demanding that we change. And so we need to know the formula of change. How do we change? We know that attitudes shape habits, okay? And habits determine results. So how do we change our habits? How do we form new habits? We cannot form new habits without changing our attitudes. We cannot form new habits without changing our attitude. And remember that an attitude is an overstayed emotion. It's the habit of thinking and feeling. It is the habit of thinking and feeling. So the question becomes, how do I update? How do I form new habits? But I also need to be able to change my own attitude before I can change the habit. So the habit is sustained by the attitude that has actually formed it. The habit is sustained by the attitude that has actually formed it. As an example, if you have a habit of, procrastination, right? So there's an attitude. You've probably told yourself a story about that particular task that you need to do. And that then creates the habit of procrastination. So until I change my own attitude, I will continue to procrastinate, just as an example. I'll give you an example. I know that I'm a high level, I'm a visionary, like I want to do high level thing, high goal setting, visioning, high level thinking things. And so when you ask me to do tasks that require a lot of focus, right, detail, I often struggle. So report writing, if you're asking me to do a report writing, because it requires detail, it requires a lot of focus, I often struggle. But I had to change my attitude towards report writing because I saw that I would procrastinate a lot when it came to report writing because of the demand it had in terms of focus and detail. But I realized that I needed to change my attitude and the story that I was telling myself so that I can actually be able to engage with report writing. So one of the ways that I had to shift the attitude was realizing that there are things that I have to do, even though I don't enjoy them, so that I can enjoy the things I like to do. So if I don't write the reports, the clients will not call me back again to do the things that I love, like coaching, facilitation. So I still need to change my attitude and say, hey, you have to do some of the things that you may not necessarily feel like doing, because these give you an opportunity to do the things that you love. So how do you change, or how do you shift habits? How do you form habits, and so that you find that, and so that you can have habits that are supporting you to achieve the goals you want? Habits that are helping you to achieve the goals that you want. Because if you're not achieving the results and the goals you want, ask yourself, what are the habits that are getting in the way? So one of the biggest things of our times is that we need to constantly be changing our behavior. And behavior change is basically attitude and habit formation. Attitude and habit formation, and the behavior shifts and change. Thank you for tuning in.